Listen.
Yeah.
All right, we good. We live.
Yeah.
What up? Monty Kels Show. Give an applause.
Yeah, get the applause. Do they hear?
Yeah.
Yeah. We back at it, baby.
How you been, y'all?
Man, I've been straight, man. Been living a dream, you know, and Krispy Kreme. I've been living a dream with Krispy Kreme. I tell all the people that. Man, I worked there for so long.
You know,
man, I worked there for 9 years.
For real?
Man, hell yeah.
Licking your fingers every day.
Man, fingers playing in the jelly donuts. If you had a hole in your jelly donut, you know where it came from. I was in the jelly donut.
You have all kind of crazy jobs. That's
man,
cool.
I've had a lot of jobs, man. I've been through, man, because I usually keep a job for so long.
Yeah.
I just have so many of them. You know what I'm saying?
I don't keep them that long.
Really, I keep them a long time. Like,
I put my toe in, get out.
Get out, get there, like that. Yeah, just I get a little smelly. Y'all gotta get out.
I was a cake decorator at one point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, at a food line.
At a food line.
So the cake's already made. All I gotta do is ice them and put roses and happy birthday.
Yeah, that's how they do it at Kroger's.
Yeah,
they come in made and then just kind of cut them up and then put them on the thing and then ice them down.
I went to Michael's. They got a little degree, not a degree. It's a little I don't know, certificate.
Cake decorator.
Cake decorator. Monty Hicks.
Big as hell in there.
I put it on my resume.
Right here. What are you, cake director? Yes. Let me get all these.
Oh yeah.
I've been. I think I worked at Krispy Kreme. I've worked at Captain D's. Man, Pizza Hut, Kroger's. I've moved beds. I used to move beds and shit. I used to do floors, carpet, and tiles.
Oh yeah.
Help build houses. Man, I've dabbed myself into every. That's like in football. I've dabbed myself in every position on the football field. You know what I'm saying? I played fullback. I played tight end. I played quarterback one game. I played safety in one game. Played linebacker. I'm kicking the ball, punting. I put myself in every. I always say put yourself on every position because you never know when everything
going to click and make sense.
Nah, never know. So Krispy Kreme was fun, man. It was a rough, man, because you know your homies always hit you up. Let me get some donuts. Most free shit they want to get some donuts. Give me some donuts, bro.
Give me a day old donut.
Right. When I first started, we used to not care about waste. Krispy Kreme. No, we didn't care at all. So they'll fuck up donuts. We don't give a fuck. Throw that shit away. It was a whole. Man, I'm telling you, we used to throw like trash bags full of shit away. And
really?
You used to have to take two of us. I'm a big dude. My homeboy big dude. We were struggling trying to get all them that dough up in there. But we used to take the donuts and take them to school.
To school?
And sell them at the end of the shift. We have like 40 boxes left over, just glazed donuts. Either we throw them away or we take them home. Man, we took them shit home with the school. We was in the what was that? Cadillac Eldorado back in the day. The old Eldorado. We used to come out, just pull up at Page High School. We ain't paid little school. Pull up. They come down and get $5 box, free box. Basically, we making all profit off the donuts. Yeah. So we was selling a whole bunch of them all the time.
You know, my first hustle back in the day when everything was sour. Everybody wanted a sour bubble gum or something. I used to have to walk from my house to the bus stop, and the bus stop was right in front of a gas station. And they used to sell these pack of 10 sour gumballs. So I paid $1.50 for them, but I was just selling a quarter a piece, make profit off of it.
You said $1.50?
Yeah.
Man, you can't even get a Nestle Crunch bar for $1.50. I went to the store and got me a what was that?
Original hustle back.
I got me what was
Everybody
that?
had a hustle back in school.
Everybody did. I went to the store the other day and got me a Nutty bar. I was like, 50-cent Nutty bar. Man, bought that motherfucker. It was $1.75. I said $1.75. The fuck? I was like, what? For a Nutty bar? Yes, it's because I was at the Indian store. It's because it's deluxe.
Deluxe,
man, because it has a little bit more chocolate on it, motherfucker. Like no, a little more waffle. Like really? No, for one pack, that's a box. That's easy a box, but the box is like $3 now for the box.
But yeah, like the little Debbie cakes used to be like 25 cents a piece.
Man, damn, that's crazy. Because I remember when it was like 50, right at 50. It was like 48 and 50, something like that. Wasn't much. Because I used to go down the store and walk down the store and get. My dad used to give us when we was younger, give us like $5. Go down and get ice cream. We always got us 3 boys, so we eat the whole gallon. He half a gallon. He'd go down and get the half a gallon and get ice cream, $5. Because that's when Purity.
Yeah.
They didn't have the Kroger brand ice cream.
Yeah.
They had Purity.
They had what's it?
Blues. Bell.
Brian, no, but not Brian. I can't remember the name of it.
Bayard or something.
It starts with a B though.
Yeah.
Briar's ice cream. That used to be expensive.
Yeah, it'd be expensive.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
We should splurge on that every once in a while.
Yeah, it's splurge. You know, back then it was splurge. You be like, man, getting ice cream today? Yeah. Splurge.
Any other day was no straight, just Purity. Yeah, Purity was a cheap shit.
Yeah.
And just the Kroger brand, whatever the Kroger brand was, that was it.
Yeah, Kroger. So I grew up with no money though. Like my mom didn't work really, and then my pops worked. He drove cars or trucks. Well, he didn't really drive trucks. He was driving for like the people with the nursing home. They put him in the back van, and all the old people. So he didn't make that much money. So shit, we used to just eat bologna, hot sauce, and crackers, and like. It was a splurge day eating chili dogs. Like we getting chili dogs today, and it be the cheap dogs because the dog's still red.
The dog, it's thin. It's thin. It was cigar. I'm like, no, I ain't eating.
It was the package was Delight. That's what the package said, Delight on the back of it. Wouldn't eat them right now if I wanted to, but no. And you get the little cheap can, put in the little thing, put some little cheese on it, and thought we was busting. Better than Sonic.
If I eat a chili hot dog right now, it had to be a Polish sausage. And I can put some chili on it, but it can't be a chili from a can.
Oh, you gotta be.
I guess I'm too bougie right now.
You gotta eat that, yeah.
I gotta get the good chili.
We're in 2022. we bougie as hell. We're like, eat that chip. Nah, bro, I want that canned chili.
I can't do that to regular hot dog. I don't know where that comes from. Maybe a sausage.
So you like? I'm not a sausage fan, so I'm not. Well, I don't really like sausage much.
But yeah.
Or I like bacon and shit, but I really like motherfucking. I used to like bologna, hot sauce, crackers. My friends, man, I used to eat that shit raw. Like now, I was like, I don't know if I can eat it then. But nah, last couple nights I had a couple bologna sandwiches. I feel like at a certain time, like you make too much money, you just like you can't eat a bologna sandwich no more. Like that's downgrading your life. Yeah, I used to eat bologna sandwiches all the time. But that was back in the day where the people didn't have that money like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like the inflation where your parents can go out there and get that.
But see, I grew up. Okay, I had a sister and 2 stepsisters. And so it's like just a bunch of us kids running around. We all like within a year apart from each other.
Oh wow!
And so it was like, we had to feed all of us. Back in the day, I used to kill gallons of milk.
Oh, so you used to drink a lot of milk? So I'm not milk.
I can't.
Oh man, that'd be fucked up. You drink some milk. Drink some milk now if you want to, man. I can't even eat cereal. Like my favorite cereal is Frosted Flakes.
I just had a bowl of oatmeal. And I put, normally you can put water in it and then cook it however you want. I had to use milk this time. Milk always makes it better. I took my stomach up.
I can't eat oatmeal. Oatmeal's nasty as hell.
No, it's not.
Man, it tastes like
it depends on what ingredients you add afterwards. Because I put sugar, butter, I don't know, whatever.
Ramen noodles.
Ramen
noodles. Just throw it on top of them.
I put a little egg in it, but I put everything in my oatmeal to make it taste better.
See, I don't eat none of that stuff now. I can't do it.
You can't do it.
Nah, my stomach won't allow it.
I couldn't put the milk in.
Like chillins and stuff?
I can eat chillins, but I can't smell them getting cooked.
Oh.
It's like, if you cook them somewhere else and then bring them to me, I'll eat them. But if you cook them in front of me, I said, you ain't eating that.
Nah, I ain't eating no damn chillins. My grandma used to try to make me eat them damn things. Because back in the day, when they had food, they used to put it in those, they used to, at the end of, Thanksgiving and stuff, they put them in the red chili containers.
Yeah.
So you be like, "Is that chili?" I'm like, "No, there's ton of greens in there." Like,
no, it ain't.
No, it ain't. You messing up my chillins. You putting ton of greens in the chilling bucket. No, don't do that. Yeah. They used to put everything in the freezer and deep freeze in bags and stuff, and then bring it out and put it in the cook it from there. Cause I remember when my grandma used to have the stove with the oven underneath it. The stove, you know what I'm saying? Where she used to bake like the toast of bread back in the day. That's it. All the bread went under the stove to toast. It didn't go on the top. We didn't have no toaster. We went under the stove to toast. And we didn't have no real like sweets and shit around there. So she used to take sugar and cheese and put it on the bread and toast it. So there was like sweets. And I'm talking about it's bussin'. Bussin'. Yeah, I gotta try it out. You gotta try the sugar, cheese, and bread. Sugar, cheese, and bread. Syrup sandwiches and stuff.
Syrup sandwiches.
Water cereal.
I still make syrup sandwiches. Peanut butter and syrup.
Oh yeah, all the time. I showed my kids about that, bro. They was on it. They were like, let's make me a syrup sandwich for about 3 weeks straight. Like, I should have showed y'all this, man. Like, this is devastating. Y'all tearing all the bread up trying to eat these damn syrup sandwiches. And the syrup coming out the bottom of your hand. You be mad as hell when you bite into syrup and come out there. You're like, yeah. Goddamn syrup everywhere. Sticky. You be like, damn, too much sticky. Yeah, man. It used to be crazy how food was back then. Like, we used to have to try to eat. And we used to get the government food from the health department.
The government cheese was the best.
That was the best cheese you put on anything.
I don't know.
It don't melt.
Yeah, it don't melt.
Man, you burn that motherfucker thick. I'm talking about burn it on burn it. It just stays there. It just burns. It just turns black.
It don't melt over nothing.
I'm like, damn, this shit crazy. It don't melt. So my grandma used to make it in mac and cheese.
Really?
Put it in her mac and cheese, put it in the oven, and it'd be crispy on top. Because it never melted. Crispy. I'm like, this some thick ass macaroni, but it's fire. I love when she used to make macaroni and cheese, but she ain't made it in so long. She used to make camera cakes and stuff.
I used to go to this Asian dude's house, and he used to take the ramen noodles. We call it ramen or ramen noodles.
I call it ramen noodles.
See, everybody call it ramen noodles. We call it ramen noodles.
Yeah, because I like that y'all pronounce the whole.
It's an A in it. So how you not gonna pronounce the A? It's
black people. You know we gotta make our own shit up. You know we gotta make our own shit up.
He used to break it down and leave it raw, and then put the package in there and everything. And eat it like that.
Yeah. People used to do it. They used to walk around like growing up. They used to walk around and take the bag, crunch it all up, and put the seasoning and shake it up.
Yeah.
And just walk around. Eat it just like it. Just like it.
I'm like, this ain't no
or starch.
Seeds. Yeah.
They used to eat starch by the spoon. They'd be coming out starch. I'm like, y'all eating starch right now? They're like, yeah, it's fire. And I'm like, that's diabetes. It's happening. You're going to get cholesterol and all that stuff, man. It's crazy. Yeah, people used to eat weird, like crazy stuff.
Like raw cookie dough. I've never had.
That's nasty.
I've only had raw cookie dough in ice cream. I've never had just got a piece of raw cookie dough.
Oh, really? Yeah. I don't know how people eat that. Every time I go to my white friend's house, they eat raw cookie dough. What is this in here?
You ain't got time enough to put in the oven or
nothing. No, they're like, you want some cookie dough? Nah, fam. I don't want no cookie dough. It's not. I want to cook. Give me a cookie dough.
The cookie dough.
Yeah, please give me a cookie. But the only people I knew that, you know, they used to sell ice cream back in the day. Not ice cream, but the cookie dough and stuff, cookies and stuff for school.
Yeah.
They used to like give it to parents, you know, to like sell for fundraising and shit. Motherfuckers just buy the cookie dough just to keep it in their house, just to eat it. Just to eat the cookie dough out of it. Like, it's so good. I'm like, no, it's not.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't.
Now, working at Krispy Kreme, though, it was, man, I'd seen some. I used to do all the tours for it. Everybody know I'm very good at talking to other people and everything. Yeah. So they're like, Kelsey, you good at other people with kids and stuff. So I do the tours for the kids, walk around and show them how it's made and all this other stuff, right? And then one time we got like special needs. We had a group of grown special needs people. Like The Ringer, the movie The Ringer. It was just like that. It was like grown people, and they was The Ringer. All I kept thinking was The Ringer the whole time. Bro, I'm talking about the funniest tour I probably ever went on, because it was just they done crazy stuff, like being themselves. Ooh, he was like because one of the glazes on the thing. He said, "Ooh, they look like what we did last night." and she was like, "Shut up, Roger." Shut up, Roger. I was like, oh, they was taking their fingers and sticking it in their donuts, like, hold it on one hand like this. They had a whole jelly donut, just the big jelly on their finger, eating it on the side, like all around. I'm like, man, these crazy. But you never know though. In one building, like our store, we made enough chocolate a year that we can fill up 10 Olympic pools.
Really?
That's how much chocolate one store makes.
Really?
Yes. And that wasn't even a distributor store.
Wow.
So I was almost making 100 a gallon, about 50 to 75 gallons a day of chocolate.
Ah, that's crazy.
That chocolate, bro.
My favorite donut is when it's glazed and has the chocolate.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because I think is it Dunkin' Donuts or Krispy Kreme don't do that.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts don't do that.
I worked at Dunkin' Donuts too.
You work at Dunkin' Donuts too?
Oh yeah, I worked at that.
You just quit one and said, I'm going
over there and see what they're talking about. That was bullshit. Dunkin' Donuts was terrible. Absolutely terrible. I was like, what is this place? I went from like a real corporate place to like, what is this place? This is the hood.
Oh yeah, but Dunkin' Donuts they only glaze it or they put chocolate on it.
Yeah, well, you know, all of it's made.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
So it comes in frozen, and they put it in a little microwave, and then they kind of do it from there.
In Dunkin' Donuts?
Yes.
Shut up.
Dead ass. They make everything. They don't make nothing scrap there. Now, Krispy Kreme, we made everything from scrap.
Yeah.
Everything, like to the glaze, right there in the store.
Yeah.
Everything. So it was harder work there, of course. When I hired people to do like do the production line or whatever, that was quitting like left and right all the time.
Why?
Hardest job I ever had in my life.
Just to sit there and run the line.
Man, they could not do it because it's a timing thing. And a lot of lifting.
Yeah.
You got to pick up 50-pound doughs and 40-pound doughs and lift it over your shoulder to put it into the machine. And then you got to sit there and wait for it and not mess up and make sure it's right on the thing. It's so much stuff to go through with it. So people was quitting it, and then you have to clean it at the end of the night.
Oh.
Well, you don't have to clean it at the end of the night, but once a week we used to clean the fryer. So we have to do all the glaze. Like we had to do the glaze somewhere else, but we'd let all the oil down in the chute. We let the oil down in the chute. Motherfuckers forget to close the thing. They put a greaser in the thing. The greaser goes into the chute. All that grease, and it just takes a little bit, and all that shit just comes right out, like all on the floor. And you talking about and it's like 500 pounds of grease. It's like 500 pounds of grease in there. So you got to take all that, and it's not like you got to pour it in there. You just take the big. Back in the day when we had lard, that's what it is. Yeah. Take the lard and you gotta pull it out and put it in one by one and let it melt, and then put another piece on that. Boom. And I'm talking about it takes forever when that happens. And then your floor slick as hell for 3-4 days because you can't get the grease up.
The 2 jobs I quit within 2 days is working at Burger King, because Burger King, they flame broil all that shit, and it goes all up into the ceiling. All that smoke, all that grease is all up in the ceiling. So that after the end of the night, you gotta clean all that down.
Oh no.
That's what I'm saying. You've covered in grease.
Nah.
2 days of that, I'm out.
Nah, I ain't got time to smell like a junior bacon cheeseburger.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's one thing flipping burgers, I can do that all day. But, you put it on a conveyor belt and it goes through the flame board, fire from the top, fire from the bottom. It's done. It's no big deal with that. Mm-hmm. But to clean everything, oh, hell no.
Yeah, I worked at Wendy's for a long time. Wendy's, I worked at one in Sheffield. We had 80-something. So Sheffield only has nothing, but they had one store, and from around there you got to go all the way to Decker to basically go to another Wendy's. So nobody else is there. So they had like 85 employees in that building. 85, bro. So
at a Wendy's.
At a Wendy's. So we would work.
I need to ship some employees over here. Man, I hate this Wendy's over here.
Yeah, there was so many. It was so many people that was working. Like we would work. Like I'd come in at 8:00 at night, get off at 2 in the morning. Type of shit by schedule. 2:30 in the morning. Because I'll just come in and clean dishes. Like everybody had a specific job. So I did that for a whole year. When I transferred to Franklin, when I moved back to Franklin, when I transferred down here from Wendy's, I was like, you know how to run a restaurant? Nope. Nope. You know how to do this? Nope. How you not know how to do this? Because I only did one job there. You worked there for a whole year, did one job, and said we had 80-some employees. They didn't tell us to do any other job. We worked one specific job. They didn't want nobody to do other jobs.
Another job I had to quit because I hate when a job will tell you, oh, you'll be doing everything. You'll be doing this, that. I like a job that you have a variety of what you do. I don't want to do fries every day. I don't want to do burgers every day. Give me a variety. I went to work at a movie theater. And they said, oh, you be running the projector, you be cleaning the floors, you be doing everything. Nope, I was popping popcorn for 8 hours a day. Man. I'm like, come on now, this is boring. Give me something else to do. I'm not even sweeping floors. Just give me something else to do.
I worked at concessions at a movie theater at Thoroughbred in Franklin when it wasn't been open that long.
Yeah.
So
was the new one or like the old one back in the day?
Not the newest one.
Yeah,
the newest one is built.
The new one got a bar, got a restaurant.
They got all that now. But when I was there, they didn't have none of that. Yeah. So it was just the movie theater, right? So we had one downtown Franklin, and then we had that one.
Oh yeah.
So I worked it that way, and you make. I think they started off at like minimum wage was well, it still is basically $7.25, $7.50. Yeah. And that's what all employees make, right? Concessions, I'm counting my drawer like $2,000 or $3,000 after like 3 hour shift. I'm like, and they paying us $7 or something for $3,000. Nah, that's just my drawer.
That's how they make their money is through all the concessions.
Yeah, don't make no money through the movies. I don't get fucked.
Yeah.
They need my money.
Yeah.
I gotta be popping popcorn fall in your shirt. It's hot. You gotta. I've had popcorn in my soon come out of there.
Like I said, I don't care if I'm sweeping floors or doing anything. Clean the bathroom. Give me something else besides just popping popcorn.
Yeah.
So for a couple of days, like 3 days, I was straight popping popcorn. 8 hours. I can't do this.
That shit crazy. We just try to get some. This girl used to come to the house, over to the motherfucking movie theater, be there, getting some head back in the day. Movie theater was the shit back in the day for me. Motherfuckers go back row, go to the back row. I had one time I went on like a double date thing with my homie, and I brought a girl with him, and she wasn't big, but she had a little weight on her. Yeah. But she wasn't big. At our age, she wasn't really. Now it's like she ain't big at all. But then she was a little thicker, right? But he wasn't gonna mess with no bigger girls weighing more than 20. I knew this, but I brought her anyway. Like fuck it, I don't give a damn. Take one for the team.
Yeah, take one for the team.
Take one for the team. And I got him in there. So the girl was. I'm over here making out with the other girl. Yeah, what's up? Trying to get my fingers wet. And you gotta do it like this. You trying to get deep in there. You gotta put your whole like this. So I'm in there trying to get busy. As you know, she had did something, and she was on the ground. Her friend was on the ground, right in between them. I'm thinking she messed with him. He ain't kicked her in the face. She ain't touched his leg. He ain't like it. He ain't kicked, pow, boom. And she's like, what's wrong with him? I was like, he's just, he's different. They said, she's up my leg. She's crawling on my leg. I'm not saying nothing to her friend. Like, to this day, she still doesn't know. So she on my leg. I'm over here. She playing with it. I'm like, shit, I got both of them at the same time. Like, what? And movie days used to be wild. Used to get caught. Used to catch them all the time up there. You just walk in, bust in on them. Because, some movies, they don't have nobody in that motherfucker. Yeah. They just be in there by themselves. Or, people used to try to go through the side door to get to a good movie. I catch them all the time. I ain't say nothing. I was like, go do what you do. It's like when I work at Dollar General.
That used to be my favorite thing. I used to go to a movie theater, take a backpack full of alcohol, and just stay there all day. I would see at least 4 movies.
That's when movies cheap, though.
Yeah.
You see 4 movies, you spend $100.
Because back in the day, I was broke. I was like, man, I bought my alcohol, put it in a backpack, put cups, ice, everything. And then I used to go to a movie theater and sit in there and watch that movie. All right, done with that. I'm going to go to something different. With the same backpack, same alcohol, same food.
Yep.
Bucket of popcorn, of course, is a free refill, so go ahead and get you another bucket. So, man, I used to be there all day.
Man, see, I'm a big movie buff kind of guy, so
yeah.
I would have been there. But movies are so expensive to watch in the theaters.
Man.
They're expensive. They're what, $17, $20 to watch a movie?
Yep. Between 2 people, you spend about $50.
Instantly. And they're like, you want to go to the movies? We're going to Dave and Buster's. Yeah. Let's go have fun. Let's find something to do.
But I had a fun job. Okay, I don't want to say it's a fun job, but one of a good job was I used to work for Toys R Us.
I used to work for Toys R Us.
For real?
Yeah. See, this how many jobs I had?
Man, my whole paycheck with the toys.
Man.
Okay, first of all, here's the 2 things I bought, and I'm like, you don't want to spend your whole paycheck, but you want to spend a little bit every time. Mm-hmm. So I used to buy Hot Wheels tracks. No, I'm sorry, not the Hot Wheels. The electric car slot back in the day. Mm-hmm. Man, I used to buy, you buy figure 8s at first. And then you buy more tracks to go up the walls, go down the walls, or ramps, and everything else. More cars, more. I'm like, man, I went hog wild on that shit.
Man, when I worked there, it was some crazy. Like, they used to steal at ours. The one in front of Cool Springs that got closed down? Yeah. It got closed down, right? I maybe been, it's my first job. So, Krispy Kreme came after. So, Toys R Us was my first job. Man, I walked, literally, we'll come to work, and it was doing, it was a class that we took, and they got us all hired, like some guys that wanted to work. It was like, yeah, we work. They got us all hired for, like, a seasonal thing.
Yeah.
So other people came in from seasonal. So that was just hiring seasonal work. Man, we was in there. Man, that was stealing everything. When I tell you stealing everything, I watched my homeboy walk out with a whole kid piano, like a big piano on the dolly. So where you going with that? He said, shit to my car. Watch out for me, bro. I was like, bro. He's like, look, they think I'm taking it to a car right now. They don't know I'm stealing this right now. Had a car with the cover over top of it. I had a little alarm thing. Somehow the alarm system, little little bud was on one of my clock-in cards. Somehow it got on there. I don't know when I first got it was there. So sometimes when I walk out, it just buzz off, and then I'm like, they're like, oh, okay. They didn't think about it. Man, I had a PlayStation 2. I got a PlayStation 2 after my homeboy was working in the game part.
Oh, for real.
So this is when the PlayStation, the
portable,
the PS came out.
Yeah.
The first PS, that's how long ago it was. PS just came out that same year. So he had he just put the boxes back up there. Man, he had about 7 of them, selling them. He was just putting them bitches back up there like it was nothing. Like he didn't do nothing wrong. And telling them it was out.
I used to work at the one in Hickory Hollow. And my thing is, the computer stuff, PlayStation stuff was hard to steal. At least at my store.
Yeah.
I used to steal G.I. Joes and Transformers.
Man, all the time.
Man.
Get rid of them.
And then what was the Transformer that you put all the robots together and build one big robot?
Power Ranger?
No, not the Power Ranger. It was like one of the robots did that. Destructicons or something like that. You had to put them all together to make one big robot. Man. So Hot Wheels tracks and electric car tracks and G.I. Joes, man, they're gone. They're gone.
See, I don't think they had G.I. Joes back then when I was doing it. It was more like
action figures of galore though.
Yeah, it was action figures back in the day. They used to have movies. They had movies in there. I had the thing off the registry. You know, back in the day they had that. You know, most of they go to what's that place in Best Buy. Yeah. You know, Best Buy they have those cases in there. I had the little clip on. I had the clip. I cut the clip off. I was in that motherfucker like, Karate Kid 3? Yeah. Karate Kid 2? Yeah. I had every movie on the list in there.
I had that at Tower Records. I don't know how I got the key, but the key, okay, first of all, the CD is a square CD. Yeah. But they used to put it in this long ass rack that you can't just put in your pocket and walk out with it. But I had the key that you should put it in there and pop the CD out. Man, I had 2 of those keys, and me and my homeboy used to go through there and just
say, I want this. Okay, I want this. I'm looking at
these companies are closed right now.
Man, I ain't do it. It wasn't me. Yeah,
we just putting all our business out. Yeah,
I ain't got it good when I was younger, bro. I was like, man, that was the only time I ever stole anything, but I was getting everything. Like it was like, and I was 16. Man, I was in state custody. Yeah, just got out of juvie or whatever. When state custody, I was staying with I ended up getting adopted by my grandmother. So I was like, man, I ain't got nothing out here. I need me a place. Hey, I need this. I'm in the country. I'm in the country. I need something out here. Ain't no internet either. My grandparents, internet? They got internet after I left. You know, type of shit. That's how long the internet. My grandma just finally got her cell phone not too long ago. I was like, she got a cell phone? She called me one the other day. You got a cell phone? Like,
I used to work for a job that paid for you to have a pager. And then I ended up quitting the job, and I still had the pager. And I for 2 years straight, because when the bill company had just paid the whole bill for every single body here, I had that pager for like 2-3 years later, and it still worked. I was like, man, this is when they were going out of style. I still had one working. So,
I don't know if anybody got a pager still, because I ain't seen them pages since the 90s.
Yeah.
I don't think nobody really has a pager.
Anybody got no pager no more.
Would you imagine? I gotta call my homie. You mean green and black?
And then when they put 911 behind
it. Yeah, 911. Call me. But you be like, bro, come on. Hey, when you got a cell phone? You got a phone in there? You got a phone? Let me call him real quick, because my homie talking about it. You need me to call him. On your pager? Yeah, on my pager. Don't be a hater. Or the chirp phone. What are you doing?
And that T9, when the phone came over with the T9,
when they got so happy, everybody was like, T9? You put about 4 buttons in and they spell everything you want them to do. You be like,
you ever see somebody so good they be hitting the buttons quick? I'm like, what the hell?
Quick with it. And now it's like it's normal now. It's like, but we had them nice phones back then. You know, the Bengals made the playoffs. Boo. Anyway, yeah, they made the playoffs. They ain't had a playoff game since 31 years ago. They didn't even have text message last time they had the fucking playoff game. That's what we need to talk about. But they've been mobbing the city already. They talking about mobbing the city. I'm like, really? They acting crazy. They ain't our little Titans track group and stuff. Talking about they gonna whoop us and
whatever.
Man, come on, get out of here. They just upset. They're terrible. Derrick Henry is back.
Oh, he finna kill somebody with a stiff arm. Man, that first stiff arm finna lay somebody out.
Man, smooth. He can't wait. They say he been.
hitting the gym, but all upper strength. So that means his arms are strong right now. Mm-hmm. You finna test somebody up.
Yeah, he ain't doing nothing else either. Testosterone was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he take them pills. You ready to go?
That's gonna be. Damn, we had 30 minutes already. That was about quick.
What, 30 minutes already?
Mm-hmm.
About food, okay.
Food and stealing shit.
Food and stealing shit.
Food and stealing shit.
They see how quick that was. We don't even know. We're like, damn, I'm 30 minutes already. Hell, we could be stealing everything. I seen a lot of motherfuckers steal though.
Oh, yeah.
I used to work at Dollar General.
At Dollar General, they stealing? It's $1.
No, it's not.
Okay, well,
some of it supposed to be. That's Dollar Tree. That's $1.
Yeah.
So Dollar General. I used to work in the hood part of Dollar General. Man, them steal everything. They knew I worked there, so it was people that I went to school with everything. Man. Yeah. They see me and they're like, "Oh, we good," because I ain't snitching. Nope. I ain't saying nothing. I see him. I'm like, it ain't worth my job. Shit, I'm just working here. I walk in. I'm looking on camera, looking at him like, look at him stealing. They come up in, "Hey, Kelsey, what you doing?"
They got me one day though. I used to work at Lowe's, and people come in with corporate credit cards and be swiping. But they would leave their credit cards on the table, whatever. And after they leave, I'm like, all right, they left. So I told my homeboy, hey, you left his card. He would take that card and go run up shit. And they like, hey, Monty, you knew about it. Why don't you say something? You were in trouble too. I'm like, what? I ain't do nothing.
I ain't touch it.
I ain't touch nothing. Didn't even touch the card. You can't even find my fingerprints on the card.
That's how my homeboy got fired from Tin Roof.
So I'm like, yeah, no.
My homeboy all he did was touch the bottle.
So I used to see them like employees run through some stuff. Hey, look, don't leave your card because they will take that card and run up.
See, I ain't never even had that.
TVs, VCRs, refrigerators, everything.
That man said VCRs.
Yeah, back in the day.
Back in the day, VCRs, you be like, man, I'm gonna get me a VHS.
And that was at Lowe's too. They used to sell VCRs, DVD players back at Lowe's.
You had to rewind. You had to get up to rewind it. Be mad as hell, be like, damn, I ain't got a controller for this. Because nobody ever had a controller for VHS. Nobody.
They used to buy the rewinder that was separate from the VCR.
Yeah, they were like,
so
nah.
As you watch one movie, take it out, put it in the rewinder, and then go ahead and put it in another movie. Mm-hmm. I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah, I can't believe it's been 30 minutes already.
Yeah, we good. Shout outs. You got shows to do this weekend?
Man, I got a lot of shows to do this weekend. I got one show this Thursday with Brad Sativa and Crow.
I ain't talking to him in a minute.
And Crow is at the Badu. What is it?
Badu.
Wait, not Badu. Wait, hold on. Let me see.
Erykah Badu's house. Y'all know that?
Man, I wish. On me.
But yeah, I don't know. I might be going out of town this weekend, or this Thursday/Friday, but I don't know yet.
Okay.
So if I don't go, I'll come check y'all out.
Let me see. Because we just sold out tickets. We just sold on the Caberbanger Comedy Night. New York comics coming in through. Some guy named Dan Punzella.
Okay.
Crow, and then you have me, and then you have another girl and somebody, and then Brad.
Okay.
So we're gonna be doing that here, and I got a couple of shows, and I got one in Franklin, Kentucky Saturday, and then next week I have one in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Y'all love going to Kentucky. Oh, I gotta talk about Kentucky Bowling Green because somebody called me and said, "Look, I know the people who do the Bowling Green, Kentucky one. I'm gonna put your name in it so you can come up here next time."
Yeah, Kentucky's fun. Kentucky's fun, but now I think the reason why they go out and get comedians from Nashville or out this way,
they ain't got nobody else up there.
That's really
if you go to Louisville, they got comedians up there, but not in like Bowling Green.
No,
whatever.
Yeah, they're not as funny either. I love y'all, but
yeah,
they haven't really had too many success in competitions when we went up there, and Tennessee went up there and
somebody else just won a competition up there. CJ won.
So I won one, CJ's won one, Corey won one, Matt Taylor won one. Every time we went up there,
Matt is pretty good. I like Matt.
Yeah, Matt Taylor.
So yeah,
he's funny. He's like sarcastic asshole. Yeah, that's what he is. He's a sarcastic asshole. It's funny.
I love it.
I like it. I like being around him because it's funny. Because it's like nonchalant about it. That's why I'm like, I like him. He's funny. I like when somebody's an asshole.
That's hilarious. All right. That's it for us.
That's it for us, man.
On the next episode.
Yeah.
Peace out. Yeah.
Yeah.